How's it going, folks? So, welcome to another Movie Hooker video. This is some other news that sort of slid past me in the last few days, and when I found it, I was like, "Shut the door! There's no way!" And it seems like this is legit news. So, what I want to talk about is a Hostel series. Now, firstly, let me explain a little bit what I love about Eli Roth. I'm going to say love rather than loathe because I really appreciate the man. I know he is a die-hard horror fan. I know he is into the gruesomeness. Um, and I have liked Hostel, Cabin Fever. Um, what was the Green Inferno? I thought was okay. So, messages. So, yes, my problem always with Eli Roth was the characters that he written, more to the point that I couldn't wait to see them all get fucking disemboweled or like whatever nasty death that they were going to meet. I always thought that I loved the idea for, and again, I'm not getting on to Eli Roth, man. I think he's a very very important figure in the horror genre, and he has been since fucking, I don't know, when was Cabin Fever, 2001 or 2002, and Cabin or Hostel was 2004 or 2005, I think. So yeah, nearly 20 years, or over, just over 20 years, this guy has been a prominent figure in the horror genre. And one of the, even though his movies have been, I don't know, dare I say, American. That's the way I would sort of view it, with the characters, like the sort of teen tropes and stuff, and everybody sort of dies in the way that you'd expect them to die, and the characters are fucking overly annoying. So yes, I respect this guy, and I have for a long time. So let's get to the Hostel series. Now, actually, no. Before I start, I want to say, when I went to see Hostel for the first ever time, and this was obviously 2005 or 2004 when it was released, but this wasn't long into my introduction to Japanese cinema, or just Asian cinema, South Korean, Chinese, any Filipino, Japanese. And I seen at the end credits, I seen a guy come out of the building, and there was like a car waiting for him. This was like, I think it was maybe a post credit scene, or it was happening when the credits were rolling in Hostel. And I fucking love Eli Roth for doing this, and it's only the hardcore horror fans of extreme Asian cinema would pick up on this, because the fucking the the little Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's like, that's what I was like, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So like, there was a character in this movie in Hostel at the end getting brought out of the building where he's obviously paid a lot of money to go in and slaughter people and butcher them, and I was like, that is fucking Takeshi Miyake. That is Takeshi Miyake, or Takeshi Mike. I call him Miyake because I'm not Japanese. Okay, could be wrong, uh, but I was like, that's fucking Takeshi Miyake, and I waited until every single credit went down, and then his name came up, Takeshi Miyake, playing Takeshi Miyake. So basically, he just came in for a cameo in that role and played himself, and I thought that was a beautiful nod to extreme cinema. And yes, Hostel was quite extreme in the sense of, it was gnarly, it was really gritty. Even that poster there, I love the colors in it. It's just grimy, slimy, and it really is. It was a nasty little film. Um, so all these years later, how many sequels has it spawned? Three, I think. And that's all I know about it anyway. And yes, there is a series. Eli Roth has announced that there is a series officially in the works. And who is going to star in it? This is the most unexpected news I've heard. Excuse me. Um, it's the most unexpected news I've heard in a long time. Paul Giamatti is set to star in the Hostel series. That is insane. Um, for those of you who don't know Paul Giamatti, or Giamatti, I'm not too sure how to pronounce that one either. He is probably best known, in my eyes anyway, for a fantastic comedy drama with. It was years ago. I think maybe 2004. I'm going to check that now. I do have a serious memory for release dates and movies, and I'm a freak that way. Sideways. Oh, 2004. And I swear to God, I didn't even look that up. But this would be my favourite Paul Giamatti movie. This is called Sideways. And it was, what do you call the guy who starred in it with him? Thomas Hayden Christian Thomas Hayden Church. Sorry. So yeah, Sideways was about like two like sort of middle aged dudes going on a wine tour, and that's all. Like it doesn't sound very funny, but it was a brilliant movie. So when I think of Paul Giamatti, I always would associate him. I'm sorry if you can hear my fucking turkey. See, I would always associate him with dramas or like even comedies, and he's like there's a really popular movie out at the minute called The Holdovers that he stars in as well. So he hasn't been around in a while. I think he was the Colonel in the Elvis movie, maybe. And I'm just going to check that out. I think he was. Um, Maybe he wasn't. But anyway, yeah, it's good to see him back. And yeah, as I said, this guy does not. When I think of Paul Giamatti, I do not think of horror, and that is like probably the best thing because he's an actor at the end of the day, so he can act like he's in a horror movie, and I guarantee you it's going to be great. So I just hope there's some truth in this. I have seen a few outlets post about it, so I'm hoping it is true. We are going to get a Hostel series, and if Paul Giamatti is going to be in Hostel, I have not seen a bad movie. Paul Giamatti has not played a bad character in my eyes in anything that I have ever seen. So I am sure if Eli Roth has written a Hostel series for Paul Giamatti to star in, then it's going to be a hell of a lot more complex than the teen characters that he writes usually. He's pretty much just writing characters to get slaughtered, and when they do get slaughtered in the movie, you're like, yay! It's like, oh, I hope that survives. Like, off with their heads or cut them open or whatever. You just really hate the character. So if Paul Giamatti has been rumored to be signed on to a Hostel series, then this is going to be something special. So guys, stay tuned for more information on that because I'm going to be following this every step of the way. Even if Paul Giamatti wasn't involved, as I said, I'm still a huge fan of Eli Roth. Although I'm always impressed by his kill count and his level of grotesque killings and just inventive killings, but I'm always just let down by the screenplay side of things. But anyway, guys, thank you very, very much for watching, and I will be back with more as soon as I learn more. Cheers, word up.